afternoon or evening. It is dark outside, but then it is about 3:30 in the afternoon. Don't you just love this time of year? Now, me and Mystery Ming, we do like to live or look at how other people live. And there is no better way to do that than reading problem pages. So we've compiled some of the best we've seen from Deirdre. Well, someone's compiled them, not us. We're not that fucking retarded. So we're going to look through all these problems and we're going to solve them ourselves. Aren't we, Ming? Ah, she looks happy about it, doesn't she? Let's go. Dear Deirdre, I haven't technically cheated on my wife, but I do message a woman from work every night until 2 a.m. about our childhoods, dreams, and what we'd do if we weren't married. My wife says this counts as an affair, but there's been no physical contact, apart from a hug that lasted a bit too long at the Christmas party. Am I really in the wrong for just connecting? Yes, you are. If you're talking to her at 2 a.m. in the morning, why aren't you talking to your missus? Unless she's asleep. But still, a hug that lasted a bit too long at Christmas sounds like you got a stiffy. Dear Deirdre, I went through my boyfriend's phone. Oh, she's already had enough. While he was in the shower and found messages from his ex that made me uncomfortable. I confronted him, but now he's angry that I invaded his privacy and says I'm the one who broke trust. I feel like if he had nothing to hide, I wouldn't have found anything. Who's actually at fault here? You are, for snooping. Dear Deirdre, my wife and I haven't had sex in nearly 4 years. We're polite, functional, and share a Netflix account, but there's no intimacy at all. Whenever I try and talk about it, she changes the subject or suggests that we're all too old for that now. I don't want to cheat, but I want to live like a polite roommate either. Well, I suggest you go back to your vows to love, honour and obey, and just tell her she's getting it. Actually, please don't. That would be illegal. Dear Deirdre, I've secretly run up an £18,000 worth of credit card debt without telling my fiancé. The money went on... you little shit. The money went on clothes, weekends away, and things that make me feel better when I'm stressed. We're getting married in 6 months and I plan to tell him after the honeymoon so it doesn't ruin the big day. Is that reasonable? I would probably tell him before you walk down the aisle. Dear Deirdre, my partner says I embarrass her because I flirt with waitresses, bar staff and her friends. I think she's overreacting because it's just banter and everyone knows I'm joking. She says it makes her feel disrespected and small. Should I really have to change my personality just because she's insecure? No, you shouldn't. Dear Deirdre, my new neighbours are foreign. And whilst they haven't done anything wrong, they cook food with very strong smells and have relatives visiting all the time. I think they probably live there. I worry they don't live the same way we do and that my property values will drop. They will. My family says I'm being unfair, but surely I'm allowed to be concerned. Yes, you are. Get them out. Just make up something. Get them evicted. Dear Deirdre, my youngest child doesn't look like me and I've recently started wondering if my wife was unfaithful years ago. I've done nothing but brood quietly and make passive-aggressive comments. Good start. I'm considering a DNA test without telling anyone. Is it better to know the truth, even if it destroys everything? Well, think about this logically. If you're white, and your partner's white, and your kid is somewhat darker looking, then absolutely get a DNA test and get out of there. If they do look like you, then you should probably just let it lie, and if you love the kids, then stick with them. If you don't, then tell her she's a slag. Dear Deirdre, I kissed a colleague on a night out and felt immediately terrible. I haven't told my boyfriend because it meant nothing and I don't want to hurt him over a stupid mistake. My friends say honesty is overrated and only causes pain. Am I protecting him or myself? Yourself, and it sounds like your friends are slags as well. Dear Deirdre, My teenage son has started watching videos online that blame immigrants, feminism and wokeness for everything wrong in life. He stopped listening to us and says school is brainwashing. I'm worried, but I'm also scared that challenging will push him further down this path. Is this just a phase or something more serious? No, your son is becoming normal. Good lad, encourage it. Dear Deirdre, my husband keeps a score of everything: who earns more, who does more housework, who's winning arguments. If I succeed at work, he sulks. If I'm stressed, he says he has it worse. I feel like I'm married to a spreadsheet. Is this fixable or just who he is? Surely you must have realised this before you got married, to stop whinging and try and win an argument for once. Or just be quiet and put the dinner on. Dear Deirdre, I bought a motorbike, started wearing leather jackets. I'm thinking of leaving my wife to find myself. She says I'm throwing away 30 years for a fantasy. I say life is short and I deserve happiness. How do I explain this to her without sounding selfish? Take her with you. You can get 2 people on a motorbike, and if she annoys you, reverse quickly, then brake. Dear Deirdre, my mother-in-law constantly criticises my parenting through helpful suggestions and pointed silence. My husband says that's just how she is and I should ignore it. I've started fantasising about moving abroad just to get some peace. Am I being unreasonable? Yes, you are. Not all in-laws are terrible. Mine aren't. Just nod and agree with them until they leave the house. Dear Deirdre, I lie about small things: where I've been, how much I've spent, who I was with, not to cheat, but to avoid arguments. My girlfriend says she can't trust me, but I feel like honesty just causes unnecessary drama. Is it kinder to smooth things over? If you happen to lie about where you've been, who you've seen and what you're doing, then I think she's quite right not to trust you. Dear Deirdre, my husband has started posting motivational videos online about discipline, masculinity and how modern women ruin marriages. Our friends recognise our living room in the background. He says I'm unsupportive and jealous of his success. I say he's turned our marriage into content. Who's right? You both are. Dear Deirdre, I'm thinking of leaving my wife because she chews loudly, breathes heavily and asks too many questions. None of this bothered me for decades, but now it feels unbearable. My children think I've lost my mind. Is it ever acceptable to leave someone just because you're tired of them? No. No, it's not. Dear Deirdre, I slept with a man from my gym after a few many cocktails on girls' night. I don't think it counts as cheating because I was drunk, upset about work, and it only happened once. Women logic. My boyfriend doesn't know and I don't see why I should ruin a perfectly good relationship over one lapse in judgment that I barely remember. Tell him, and then find someone who will put up with your slutty ways. Dear Deirdre, I message my ex-husband every day about my problems because he understands me in a way my current partner never has. Then why is he your ex? There's nothing physical going on, and I don't see why my boyfriend is threatened by someone I've already divorced. Am I really doing anything wrong by keeping someone who knows me so well in my life? Yes, you are, because if he knows you so well and he understands you better, why the fuck have you split up? Bye, Ming. She's had enough of this shit. Dear Deirdre, since gaining weight over the last year, I feel invisible to my partner. I doubt that. He says he still loves me, but he doesn't initiate sex as much, and I constantly compare myself to women online. I ask him for reassurance daily and get upset when it doesn't sound enthusiastic enough. Is it my body that's the problem, or am I just expecting too much? No, you're eating too much. Dear Deirdre, I've started earning more money than my husband and I feel like I've outgrown him. He hasn't changed, but I have, and now I find him embarrassing. I've begun flirting with men at work who are more on my level. Is it wrong to want someone who matches the new me? Yes, it is. You shouldn't even be at fucking work. Dear Deirdre, I fooled around with a colleague at a house party but stopped it before it went all the way. I don't see this as cheating because there was no sex, even though there were clothes removed and some photos taken. What kind of parties do these people go to? My boyfriend is very sensitive, so I think telling him would just cause unnecessary upset. Tell him so we can get rid of you too. Dear Deirdre, I slept with someone else after my husband forgot our anniversary for the 3rd year in a row. I felt unloved and invisible, and this other man just made me feel special. My husband says I betrayed him. You did. But if he had paid attention in the first place, this wouldn't have happened. Isn't he partly to blame? No, he didn't force you to fuck someone else. Dear Deirdre, I post revealing photos on Instagram and enjoy the attention from men who message me. My boyfriend says it makes him uncomfortable, but I think he's being controlling. I don't mean these men. I just like the validation. Isn't that normal in 2026? It is normal, but it shouldn't be. Keep your clothes on. Don't be a whore. Dear Deirdre, I've been seeing another man while staying married because I'm trying to work out what I really want. Obviously, more cock. I don't think it's fair to label this as cheating when it's part of my personal growth. My husband says I'm cruel and selfish, but I feel like I'm just being honest with myself. No, you are being cruel and selfish and only thinking about yourself. Woman. Dear Deirdre, my friends constantly tell me my boyfriend isn't attractive enough for me and I could do better. I've started noticing his flaws and feel resentful when we're out together. I still care about him, but I can't stop wondering if I'm settling. Should I trust my friend's judgment? No, only ever trust your own, unless your friends are far right, in which case always trust their judgment, but I doubt they would give you this kind of bullshit. Dear Deirdre, I wasn't honest with my partner about how many people I've slept with because he's quite traditional and judgmental. Now he's found out and says I betrayed him by lying. I think he's forced me into it by not being open-minded. Is it really my fault? Well, everyone has a past, and it's only what happens from the present or the point you get with someone else that counts. Just don't cheat or shag anyone else other than your new boyfriend. Dear Deirdre, my partner is kind, reliable and loyal, but dull. I crave excitement and passion, and I've started seeking that elsewhere. I don't want him to leave because he's a good man, but I also don't want a life of boredom. Isn't it possible to have both? Yes, just sit on his face. Dear Deirdre, I had a brief affair with a colleague whilst away on a conference. It felt like it existed in a bubble and it didn't affect my real life at home. I don't know what happened there. Now I'm back with my partner and everything feels normal again. Do I really need to confess something that's already over? Yes. Yes, you do. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. Dear Deirdre, I ask my partner several times a day if he still finds me attractive and get upset if he doesn't respond immediately or enthusiastically. He says it's exhausting, but I really feel like if he loved me, he'd want to reassure me. Is wanting constant validation unreasonable? Yes, it is. If someone tells you they love you, they obviously mean it. If he's not clapping and jumping up and down at the same time, it doesn't mean he doesn't mean it. And vice versa, of course. Don't be fucking soft. Dear Deirdre, I'm emotionally checked out of my marriage and plan to leave once the kids are older. In the meantime, I'm seeing someone else quietly. I don't see the point in telling my husband when the outcome will be the same anyway. Isn't it kind of despairing the details? What is it with all these cheating women? Honest to God. No, tell him the details and then tell your kids so they can all fucking hate you equally. Dear Deirdre, please tell me I should be grateful for my stable marriage, but I still feel young and desirable. I've been chatting to younger men online and meeting one for drinks. I don't think it's cheating because I haven't crossed the line yet. Surely wanting to feel wanted at my age is understandable. Everyone likes to be visually admired when they're walking out. Oh, you look nice. You look nice. Oh, you got good hair. That's enough. You don't need to fuck them. Anyway, Mystery Ming's gone, and that was 30 of the shitest things I've ever found in Dear Deirdre. Until next time, ta-ta for now, and remember, don't be a cheat.